Yo, what's up? I had to adjust the camera there. I apologise for the sirens and horns in the background. I don't know what's going on outside. I never do. Hope you're well though, whoever's watching. Thanks for tuning in. I wanted to talk today, just going into it, about albums and the process of making them, how much fun it is, and why they're still important. I might have talked about this before, but I saw a lot of YouTube videos last year about how albums might have lost their relevance in the past few years, especially since now that music is predominantly based in the digital world, on platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, whatever, that singles are now the norm, or what the focus is for the artist or the band. And artists versus bands, that's a whole other story, that's a whole other video potentially. But albums, yeah, people were saying they'd kind of lost their influence over singles. Which kind of makes sense because obviously, social media technology limited our attention span. You have more of a choice on what you can pick and listen to at any given moment in time on some of these services. Like, you do not have to stream an album if there's a single on there that you like. You don't have to stream the whole album, you can just go and listen to the single, put it on repeat. You don't even have to listen to an album in order, and that used to be, and still is actually, such an important thing about an album, which I like to think of it as, well, it's a story, it doesn't have to be a story. It could just be a compilation of songs. It might be that too. But more than anything, how I think about it is, it's a story. It's your work that you're putting out there, and more often than not, there will be some kind of order to the songs, to the track list. If not, fine. But what I've recently been doing, well, only twice, is I bought some CDs to go on my CD player. Very happy about this. This is Dummy, the Portishead, obviously. Very well-known record. I think it is. And obviously this is an album. I haven't listened to it yet, still wrapped. But one other CD I was listening to was Block Party, which I put in my CD player. And just from the get, I mean, the fact that I can't skip to specific bits of songs like I do on Spotify, I just listened all the way through, and it was amazing. And I didn't need to skip anything, and I didn't want to at any point. I guess credits to the album as well, because it's amazing. Maybe if it was a different album, I would have wanted to skip some songs. But this CD player that I have does have the option of, I think, doing kind of a few skips. It has a few skip options, but then again, you'd have to press a button, get it exactly right, and it would be a bit difficult. So it was more nice and relaxing to literally just sit back without headphones as well, like blasting my ears off, and just hear it from a different perspective. And yeah, I mean, going back to before everything, or a lot of things music-wise, became digital, you had to have connections, I'd say, or be pretty well established already to be able to make an album and have enough money to produce it, market it, and see it through to the end. And probably you needed label support as well. Because if you wanted to do that stuff on your own, you'd have to have your own gear, your own marketing arrangements. You'd have to be really good, I'd say. Or you could just make whatever. But I think now as well that's lost its magic, because although there's less barrier to entry, less of a barrier to entry, means anyone can do it. And some people, well, I don't know, I just feel like it's lost the drive that people used to put into albums now, and a lot more people are just focusing on singles and viral moments to push them as an artist or a band, to whatever their goals are, if that makes sense. It's a bit of a ramble, but yeah, I just think, I mean, it's weird. It's very weird. I think there has been a loss of what the album means, but also people are still making amazing albums, and there are also people who are still listening to them in full length. So it's kind of a good and bad thing. I think when you lose perspective on something, it's a very nice feeling to come back to it and remind you what the perspective was, if that makes sense. And I'm glad I have these albums like Portishead and Block Party, and I just think in the new year, it should be more important to focus on the art of an album. You know, how much dedication it takes to work on it, the entire process. Because to me, I've released, I think, 5 or 6 albums. One, two, three, 5. And all of them I put a lot of work into. Some more than others, but still the process of doing it was amazing. I learn a lot every time I release an album and afterwards, and it's my favourite thing to make over singles, like an album, really. And I'll continue to do so. But yeah, that's this video. Quite a long one, so I apologise for the ramble as well. There might have been a few bits that didn't make sense, but yeah, other than that, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed, whoever's watching, and thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you guys later. Right, peace.